Welcome, fellow thrill seekers. Today, we're diving into the eerie and mysterious world of Arizona's haunted locations. From ghostly apparitions to chilling tales, these places have a history that will send shivers down your spine. So, grab your flashlight and let's explore. Number 5. Jerome Grand Hotel, Jerome, Arizona. Our first stop is the Jerome Grand Hotel, perched high on Cleopatra Hill. Once a bustling hospital, it now houses restless spirits. Legend has it that patients who passed away here still roam the halls. Guests report hearing phantom footsteps and seeing shadowy figures. The hotel's elevator even moves on its own, perhaps a lingering nurse making her rounds? Perched atop Cleopatra Hill in the charming town of Jerome, Arizona, the Jerome Grand Hotel stands as a sentinel, a silent witness to a bygone era. Its imposing silhouette, 5 stories tall, casts shadows across the Verde Valley. But this isn't just any hotel, it's a portal to history, mystery, and the supernatural. Buckle up as we unravel the tales behind Arizona's most haunted lodging. In the late 1920s, the United Verde Hospital rose from the rocky soil. Jerome, once a bustling copper mining town, needed a state-of-the-art medical facility. The hospital's walls echoed with hope, despair, and the cries of patients. But as the mines exhausted their riches, the hospital's lights dimmed. By 1950, it stood abandoned, a relic of a fading era. In 1994, a new chapter began. Larry Altair acquired the hospital from the Phelps Dodge Mining Corporation and breathed life into its concrete veins. Renamed the Jerome Grand Hotel, it opened its doors in 1996. Larry's vision transformed the once sterile halls into a haven for curious travelers and ghost hunters alike. The hotel's architecture is a marvel. Built on a 50-degree slope, it clings to solid bedrock against the slopes of Mingus Mountain. The 30,000 square foot structure, fireproof and earthquake-resistant, defied nature's wrath. The 1926 Otis elevator, Arizona's first self-service lift, still ferries guests across all 5 levels. Its narrow, deep shaft once carried gurneys and wheelchairs, now perhaps a spectral passenger. In the mid-1930s, tragedy struck. A man was found dead beneath the elevator. Was it an accident or something more sinister? The elevator operated flawlessly, leaving questions unanswered. His spirit, they say, roams the hotel, especially the basement. Perhaps he seeks justice or simply refuses to check out. Guests report strange occurrences. Footsteps echo where no living soul treads. The hallway and stairs come alive with unseen paces. Is it the wind, or do the spirits play their games? Room 32, a favorite among ghost hunters, harbors a dark history. Here, a man wheeled himself off the balcony, while another met a tragic end within these walls. The hotel's original owner, Eugene Jerome, dons a spectral top hat. His presence lingers, a guardian of the past. Children's laughter dances through empty corridors, though no children roam. The Jerome Grand Hotel is more than a place to rest, it's a time capsule, a bridge between realms. As the sun sets over Cleopatra Hill, the Jerome Grand Hotel whispers its secrets. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, step inside. Listen to the wind, the creaking floors, and the echoes of lives once lived. Arizona's most haunted hotel invites you, a guest in both worlds, to unravel its mysteries. Note, the Jerome Grand Hotel awaits, where history and the supernatural intertwine. Number 4. Hotel Monte Vista, Flagstaff, Arizona. Next up, we have the Hotel Monte Vista in Flagstaff. Built in 1927, this historic hotel has seen its fair share of paranormal activity. The Phantom Bellboy is a regular guest, knocking on doors and disappearing before your eyes. And don't be surprised if you catch a glimpse of the woman in red, a mysterious apparition who wanders the corridors. Towering above the corners of Aspen and San Francisco streets, the Hotel Monte Vista stands as a true touchstone for all of Flagstaff. With its rich history and enduring spirits, this iconic hotel invites you to step into the spirited lifestyle of the great American West. In the mid-1920s, as tourism flourished, Flagstaff needed first-class accommodations. Existing hotels were outdated, prompting locals to rally for change. Fundraising efforts began, and within a month, investments from prominent citizens and novelist Zane Grey totaled approximately $200,000. On June 8, ground was broken for the 73-room hotel, which incorporated the local post office and the Monte V Cocktail Lounge, housing the newspaper company, Coconino Sun. The Hotel Monte Vista opened its doors on New Year's Day, 1927. The hotel quickly made a name for itself in show business. It hosted America's first radio show, run by Mary Costigan, in room 105. Later, during the Western movie craze of the 1940s and 1950s, It became the lodging choice for stars like John Wayne and Bing Crosby. In fact, John Wayne himself reported the first ghostly sighting at the Hotel Monte Vista in the late 1950s, a friendly spirit visiting his room. The hotel's paranormal activity stems from nearly a century of history. Perhaps it's the bank robber found dead in the bar, the constant fights, or the strange man who hung meat from his chandelier and met a similar fate. 2 sex workers were murdered and thrown from the 3rd-story window, leaving a dark imprint. The underground tunnels, remnants of a devastating fire, add to the hotel's mystique. One room stands out, Room 220, where the infamous meat man resided in the early 1980s. His eccentric habit of hanging raw meat from the chandelier puzzled neighbors. Even in death, he causes a stir. Maintenance workers have witnessed TVs turning on, linens violently scattered, and an eerie presence lingering. The Hotel Monte Vista remains one of northern Arizona's unique treasures. Its ghosts, bellboys, sex workers, and the enigmatic meat man continue to weave their tales. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, step inside, listen to the whispers of the past, and feel the weight of those 140 bullet holes. The Hotel Monte Vista is more than a building. It's a portal to a time when legends were born and hearts were broken. Note, the Hotel Monte Vista is open to guests seeking both history and hauntings. Number 3. Birdcage Theater, Tombstone, Arizona. Tombstone's Birdcage Theater is a relic from the Wild West. This former saloon and theater witnessed gunfights, gambling, and tragedy. Visitors report hearing ghostly music and laughter, as if the past still echoes within its walls. The Lady in Blue, a spirit believed to be a former performer, is said to dance across the stage when the moon is full. In the dusty heart of Tombstone, Arizona, where the echoes of the Wild West still resonate, stands a relic of both infamy and intrigue, the Birdcage Theater. This historic building, erected in 1881, defies easy categorization. It was more than a theater. It was a saloon, a gambling hall, and a brothel. Its walls absorbed laughter, gunshots, and secrets, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate visitors and ghost hunters alike. William Billy Hutchinson and his wife, Lottie, envisioned a respectable family venue when they opened the Birdcage Theater. They aimed to replicate the successful shows they'd seen in San Francisco. However, Tombstone's rugged reality soon intervened. The mining crowd demanded baser entertainment, drinks, gambling, and the company of painted ladies. The ladies' night experiment was short-lived, replaced by rowdier acts that catered to the rough-and-tumble clientele. The Birdcage Theater's walls bear witness to 140 bullet holes, testaments to the violent clashes that unfolded within. Gunslingers, miners, and cowboys converged here, seeking refuge from the harsh desert outside. The stage hosted vaudeville acts, opera singers, and even the famed belly dancer Fatima. Meanwhile, the basement doubled as a poker room, where the world's longest-running poker game unfolded over 8 years, 5 months, and 3 days. Doc Holliday, Bat Masterson, and Diamond Jim Brady all tried their luck, with the house taking a 10% cut. Among the Birdcage's painted ladies, one stood out, Gold Dollar, so named for her flowing golden hair. But it was another woman, Margarita, who would etch her name into the theater's dark history. Margarita caught the eye of Gold Dollar's lover, Billy Milgreen. Their flirtations escalated until Gold Dollar snapped. In a fit of jealousy, she stabbed Margarita with a double-edged stiletto, hacking at her heart. The gruesome murder left an indelible mark on the Birdcage's spectral landscape. Today, the Birdcage Theater teems with supernatural energy. Visitors and staff report eerie phenomena: cigar smoke and whiskey. The no-smoking saloon inexplicably smells of cigars, and the faint aroma of whiskey lingers when no one is around. Phantom pianos and laughter. Melodies drift from unseen pianos, and laughter echoes through the empty brothel. Cowboys and courtesans. Spectral cowboys and courtesans roam the dimly lit hallways, their unfinished business forever binding them to this place. Margarita's spirit, restless and wronged, still walks the Birdcage Theater. Her tragic end reverberates through the corridors, a reminder of love, jealousy, and violence. Perhaps she seeks justice or merely relives her final moments. Ghost hunters, ghost adventures, and Ghost Lab have all probed the Birdcage's mysteries. Their findings? The theater remains a hotspot for paranormal activity, where the past refuses to fade into oblivion. Number 2. Mystery Castle, Phoenix, Arizona. Hidden in the desert, the Mystery Castle is a quirky and haunted abode. Boyce Luther Gully built it for his daughter, Mary Lou, in the 1930s. But why? Well, it's said that Boyce was terminally ill and wanted to leave Mary Lou a magical legacy. Visitors feel an otherworldly presence as they explore the castle's odd rooms and secret passages. In the sun-scorched foothills of South Mountain Park near Phoenix, Arizona, an extraordinary structure stands, a castle unlike any other. Its name? The Mystery Castle. But this isn't your typical medieval fortress. It's a whimsical creation born from love, secrecy, and a dash of eccentricity. Let's unravel the captivating history behind this enigmatic desert abode. In the late 1920s, Boyce Luther Gully spent blissful days on Seattle's shores with his young daughter, Mary Lou. Together, they built sandcastles, their laughter carried away by the tide. But Mary Lou had a wish. "Daddy, build me a big and strong castle someday that I can live in." Tragedy struck when Gully was diagnosed with tuberculosis in 1930. Given only months to live, he fled to the arid Arizona desert, seeking the healing touch of dry air. There, in the rugged foothills, he remembered Mary Lou's plea. Alone and driven by paternal devotion, Gully embarked on an extraordinary mission. Gully scoured the landscape for materials, mountain rocks, boxcar siding, remnants of old phone poles, car rims, and even salvaged railroad tracks. He scavenged dumps and demolition sites, never knowing which day might be his last. The Mystery Castle began to take shape, its walls a patchwork of stone, adobe, and automobile parts. The castle's 18 rooms and 13 fireplaces emerged, each with its own peculiar charm. Here are some of its whimsical features. The Saguaro Cactus Guest House, a 2-level dwelling built around a living saguaro cactus. Yes, you read that right. The cactus inspired an indoor garden next to the sleeping quarters. The hidden trapdoor. Within the castle lies a treasure trove of oddities. Trapdoors reveal secrets, perhaps artifacts from Gully's scavenging adventures. The chapel and dungeon. Mystery Castle boasts a chapel, where legend says, if the bride leaves one shoe, forever will the groom be true. And yes, there's a dungeon too, because every castle needs one. As the years passed, the castle's reputation grew. Visitors marveled at its eccentricity, and rumors swirled about a hidden room. Only the Earl, his factor, and the heir knew its location. But what, or who, did it conceal? Some say the secret was so terrible that the heir refused to learn it. Sir Walter Scott, the renowned novelist, sensed the castle's oppressive aura during his visit in 1790. He wrote of doors shutting, of feeling too close to the dead. Yet, curiously, he didn't mention an occupant in the hidden chamber. Gully's daughter, Mary Lou, inherited the castle after his death in 1945. She continued the tradition, offering tours to curious visitors. The Mystery Castle became a point of pride, its whimsy captivating all who crossed its threshold. Today, the castle stands as a testament to love, creativity, and the inexplicable. Its walls echo with Mary Lou's laughter and her father's unwavering promise. As the desert wind whispers through its stones, we're reminded that sometimes, the most magical castles aren't found in fairy tales, they're hidden in the heart of Arizona. Note, the Mystery Castle is now maintained by the Mystery Castle Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Number 1. Vulture Mine, Wickenburg, Arizona. Our final stop is the Vulture Mine, once a bustling gold mining town. Now abandoned, it's home to spectral miners who refuse to leave. Listen closely, and you might hear their pickaxes chipping away at the walls. Shadows move among the cacti, and the wind carries whispers of lost fortunes and tragic endings. In the heart of the Sonoran Desert, where the sun blazes relentlessly and the saguaro cacti stand guard, lies a place steeped in history and mystery, the Vulture Mine. This once thriving gold mine, nestled near Wickenburg, Arizona, has left an indelible mark on the landscape and the souls who dared to seek their fortune within its depths. From its discovery by a determined prospector to its eerie abandonment, the Vulture Mine continues to captivate the imagination of locals and ghost hunters alike. The Vulture Mine owes its existence to a chance encounter in 1863. Henry Wickenburg, a Prussian miner, roamed the rugged Arizona terrain in search of gold. His discovery, a vein of high-grade gold ore, would change the course of history. Wickenburg filed a claim, and the Vulture Mining Company was born. News of the find spread like wildfire, drawing miners from far and wide. The mine's operations expanded rapidly, complete with a mill, smelter, and a bustling townsite known as Vulture City. At its zenith, Vulture City boasted a population of about 5,000. Saloons, general stores, and boarding houses lined the dusty streets, providing a semblance of civilization in the harsh desert. But life in this old West mining town was far from idyllic. Miners faced perilous conditions, cave-ins, accidents, and the ever-present threat of Apache raids. The infamous hanging tree witnessed the swift justice meted out to those caught stealing gold. 18 men swung from its branches, their ghosts forever tethered to the mine. The Vulture Mine's legacy is woven with tales of tragedy and restless spirits. Among them, Jimmy Davis, Jimmy met a gruesome fate when his arm became entangled in machinery. The relentless gears flung him into heavy equipment, breaking every bone before dropping him into a mine shaft. To this day, his anguished cries echo through the tunnels. The high graders, these greedy miners risked their lives to pilfer precious gold. Their ghosts still haunt the mine, guarding their ill-gotten gains. Around the hangman's tree, they materialize, desperate to protect what they once stole. The Lady in White. Legend has it that the Lady in White was the wife of a miner who perished tragically. Her apparition drifts through the ruins, clad in a flowing white dress. Visitors and staff have glimpsed her ethereal form, forever mourning her lost love. As gold prices waned and operational costs soared, the Vulture mine's fortunes dwindled. In 1942, a regulatory agency shut down the mine to focus resources on the war effort. The mine appealed but never regained its former vigor. Today, the Vulture mine stands as a ghost town, its buildings weathered by time and memories. Paranormal investigators have delved into the mine's depths, seeking answers. Jimmy Davis's spirit lingers near the powerhouse, his voice pleading for release. The high graders' phantoms still roam, eternally guarding their ill-gotten treasure. The Vulture mine remains a testament to human ambition, tragedy, and the inexplicable. As the desert wind whispers through its silent structures, we're reminded that some legacies endure beyond life and death. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the haunting of Vulture mine persists, an echo of Arizona's golden past. Note, the Vulture mine is no longer open to the public, but its spectral inhabitants continue to weave their tales. There you have it, the top 5 haunted locations in Arizona. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these places hold stories that defy explanation. So, next time you're in the Grand Canyon State, venture off the beaten path and experience the supernatural for yourself. Until then, stay spooky, my friends.